Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Happy Friday Eve, y'all. Tomorrow is the day where I don't have to go to work on the weekends. So happy Friday Eve and stuff, okay? How was everyone doing? I hope everyone had a great, great, great day today. And we're going to have a great, great time. Y'all, I have been live every day this week. Okay, I have been trying my best, okay, to be as consistent as I used to be. Okay, so that's why we are here today. Okay, do not forget to like the video. Okay, make sure that you've already subscribed to the channel and stuff. Okay, I have other content up, so make sure to go watch the other stuff on the channel. Okay, because we're always discussing things and having different conversations, okay? So, yes, go ahead and look at all the stuff that is on the channel, okay? Make sure to watch the stuff on the channel, share what's on the channel, like what's on the channel, okay? It all helps up and through, okay? Anyway, child, people, and their foolishness. Now, I was like, child, what we going to discuss? Okay, what we going to talk about today? I said, I don't know what it is to talk about. And I said, oh, we have some things. Okay, now I'm here. Hey, look, and I also wore my new sweatshirt, Fetch. It's not going to happen. Fetch is all these men's who people want us to be rooting for, not going to happen. I ordered this shirt. What's today? Thursday. I think I ordered this shirt maybe Friday or Saturday. I don't know. It was delivered yesterday. I said, girl, perfect. Okay. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying. Okay. But hi to y'all. Okay, how y'all doing? Now look, I remember y'all saying, oh, you should show us when you make the thumbnail. I said, okay, y'all, look. I'll be paying attention. So when I was making my thumbnail today, okay, I was making my thumbnail today, and I was like, look, don't forget to show them. So this, I'm gonna talk while I play. So, okay, today's thumbnail, it took some doing or whatever. This is a quick thing of how I make them and whatnot. So I had to find the people. Okay, I'm looking for Kenya. I'm looking for Brit. I'm looking for Nene. You have to find the good. Great. It ain't right here. It ain't no. Brit has maybe two, maybe three pictures of herself that's available on social media. Everything else she has is just like a headshot, a blurry shot, an edited shot, or whatever. So I used the only picture I could of that lady because she ain't got nothing else. Okay, and then I have to kind of, then I have to then plan the thumbnail around one person. So I had to plan my thumbnail child around Brit's old tacky ass. And so we got here and what it was, okay? But I was on my phone recording, and I'm like, well, I was recording as I'm moving things around, okay? So as I'm talking. Anyway, but yeah, hi to the peoples. Okay, I'm happy y'all like the thumbnail and whatnot. Okay, I hope y'all also had a good day, have a good night. Look, I'm a try my damnedest, okay, to not have no damn 3-hour tour. I don't want to do with y'all. Okay, look, they have been acting up. Maybe because the weather is getting nice. Maybe because, you know what I'm saying, ain't no strikes around here. They all working or whatever. But they around here being foolish. Okay? No PR teams, no nothing. Just out here just acting up plum fools and stuff. Okay? But hi to everyone and stuff. Hey, hey, and the hey. Okay? And stuff. Look, when I tell y'all, I feel like the past like year or so, I've been so busy at work because it was a lot of changes at my job. I had to step up because other folk don't know what the fuck they doing. Okay. So I've just been busy. So I have not been able to be as consistent with lives and stuff. And I said, girl, just do it. Just do it. And so that's why we are here today. I used to be child before COVID, even during COVID, and let me be right, maybe once I called COVID, shit changed, and that's just what it was or whatever. But I was like, ma'am, it's fine, okay. But hi to all y'all and stuff. Now look, Canva is my best friend. I love it a lot and stuff, and I be like, I want to get better with my thumbnails because I like having the same background or whatever. When I tell y'all, looking for photographs, trying to see what color schemes work, hoping that the damn photo, is clear once I, get it, the background removed, whatever. It's a lot. Okay, so again, and this is the easier ish one. I only could find that one. Is that? I hope that is Brit that I used. I didn't even look yet. Let me see. Okay, is that Brit? Yes, it was hard trying to find a picture of that lady because she ain't got nothing available on the thing. Okay, so look, I'm just fast forward because I ain't got time. Okay, having to find a picture of each person, moving it around where I want it to be, flip it, rub it down, oh no, and whatever. I just feel like it's always something. Okay, that like who else I'm discussing, what else is going on, I don't remember. I guess I want to. Okay, but I was like, I need y'all to know thumbnail. So when I be late for a thumbnail, this is why. Because I'm looking through 30 pictures, okay, to find one person and one color. Okay, I'm looking through 30 pictures to find one person's face not looking dumb. I feel like, oh, I'm so dumb. It's the sound on the computer. So I'm like, why am I annoying this sound on the computer? But you know what I'm saying? The thumbnails it's a job. Okay, it's a full-fledged job. You have to find the right pictures, copy it, paste it, remove a background. And the crazy part is, I was lucky enough that these are easy ones. When I have to edit a picture and take the hair out, okay, or block, okay. But when I'm late, this is what I be doing. When it be 9:15 and I ain't here yet, and this is what I be doing. Looking for the thing to be done. Okay. Looking for I forgot to put devil horns though on DDG and Diddy. Okay, I forgot to do that. I meant to put the devil horns on, but I couldn't remember that. Okay, and then yes, and he evil. Child so evil. Jesus fix it. So again, a thumbnail goes from child from nothing. Where is it at? Okay, from nothing, from one picture. That's how I start. One little picture, and then at the end of it all, boom, pow, pow, we have a whole thing. Okay, so I had a quick little, you know what I'm saying, thing was we talked about it yesterday. Okay, and I said, girl, show them. So it be a whole job. So that's why sometimes I'll be a little late because I can't find a picture. Okay, anyway, look, we're gonna get into these things because I said, oh, they fooling the trip or whatever, and things came out today, and I said, oh, Brit a liar. Oh, we have to discuss her and her lot. Now I'm probably because somebody blessed Diva, somebody blessed, I think it's on Blessed Diva, had commented on my YouTube, and she was like, oh, I think it's a she, because it said Blessed Diva, but I don't know. Okay. Um, and they was like, you should, cut up your longer lives to make them shorter for more people to see things. I'm gonna start doing that. Sometimes I felt like if I have a whole live and I cut a piece out, it's like I'm cheating, but I'm not really cheating. So the shorter ones would be the folks who either don't feel like watching my long lives or people who don't watch me at all. And they can just pop up in the thing. So again, some of this live will be cut up and played and posted tomorrow, but it's for the people who did not watch the full thing. Anyway, let's get to sharing because I said there's things for us to get into. Now, y'all know usually I am not a political person. I don't like getting into politics at all. Okay. Um, uh-huh. Uh, no, what you watched this morning, I did last night, but because I did not put the needy stuff in my thumbnail, I said, well, I'll make this separate, so then it's a separate video. Okay, so now I did that last night. Okay, so tomorrow morning, I'll probably cut up this live, and I'll probably do 3 pieces of it that will be separate to watch tomorrow. Usually, if it's something brand spanking new, you won't see comments in the thing. Because if I pre-record stuff, I don't do those lives. So that's kind of. But yeah, to the peoples. Okay, I typically do not try. I try to stay away from political stuff. I don't be caring. Okay, but Code 45 and Musky Man is out here beefing. Okay, they beefing for no good reason. Jesus, they're both tyrants in their own way. Boyfriends and broke up. Now they beefing. Okay, he loved him and he loved him, and they love each other. Now Musky Man had left the thing. Was it the Doge? He left, and I said, "Cool, let them break up and go on about their business." So when Musky Man posted this, without me, Code 45 would have lost the election. I'm like, we know that's not new news. That's not something that we are aware. We are fully aware that you helped that man win. Okay. However, waiting until now to say that doesn't matter to me. Okay. I don't know who penis slipped out and made them fight. I have no idea. Okay. But Musky Man, telling us, he also has said how where he said it was another one. I gotta find it because he said Code 45 was the Epstein man. Where is it? Okay. I think it's this one. They beefing. Oh, where Code 45 it's in the Epstein files. Okay. That's the reason why they were not made public. But I'm like, sir, you telling us stuff we know. Because y'all mad at each other, don't try to bring us into y'all bullshit. I don't care about them two fussing the fight. I don't care. I don't like either one of them. Okay. So if you helped him cheat, whatever. Also, the fact he had a black eye. Who blacked his eye? He said his kid hit him. I don't believe him. But they up here back and forth. Okay, now Code 45 was talking to somebody, I don't care, and he said he's disappointed with the Muskie man. I've helped him a lot. He knew the inner workings of the bill, but anybody sitting here, he had no problem with it. And all of a sudden, he had a problem. And he only, child, because y'all not banging no more. To me, y'all beefing because somebody pulled the penis out, and then upsetness took over, and then now y'all beefing. I don't care. Okay, I need the Code 45 man to go run stuff. We need Muskie man to get out of our face. We need both of them out of our face, honestly. But I don't care about them fussing fighting. It's two Caucasian-ish man, because one is orange, and I don't know what Muskie man is, but two Caucasian-like people fussing for no reason when y'all both are the reason for the destruction of the government. I don't care. Okay? But in case y'all did, they beefing somewhere. Okay? Now, a few crazy topics, okay, from today. I seen this and I said, when I kept seeing 19 people, I kept, like, the numbers wasn't adding up for me, okay? I'm not, the math wasn't mathing in my opinion. 19 people were arrested, okay, facing 40 charges after stealing $5,300 in merchandise from 11 Georgia malls. I said, well, they robbing dollar stores? First of all, 19 people. And the amount of money of the stuff was only, it was less than 10. What would y'all take it? Keychains, socks, handkerchiefs. It's so weird to me. It happened in Georgia.
Tonight, police in Gwinnett County say they arrested more than a dozen people and recovered more than $5,000 worth of stolen items. It all started during a theft investigation at the Mall of Georgia on May 29th and 30th. 19 people were arrested, and police say some of them were already wanted for other crimes. New tonight.
It's just weird to me. If there are 19 people robbing a mall, why wouldn't this stuff be at least 19? Y'all couldn't even steal $1,000 each worth of stuff. And I'm like, who's the leader? Were y'all together? First girl, she crying, her makeup all messed up. Bottom down here. Y'all, is it a group? I'm like, y'all together? Was it 19 separate people? But again, the fact that they said it was 19 people and it was only $5,300. I said, that is petty. If you're gonna steal and rob a mall, I need you to make it worth your while. If you gonna, each person should have stole that amount. Each person should have stole $5,000 worth of stuff for it to be worth it to me. I'm not about to get arrested with 18 other people and I stole $50. No, that's just stupid. I don't like it. Okay, that's a crackhead stuff in my opinion. Now, I'm not calling anyone on this for a crackhead, but it's crackhead activities. Because why so? It's just weird. Okay, so I'm not promoting anyone to break any laws. I'm only saying if you're gonna rob a store, rob a mall, make it worth your while. So that once you get out of jail, you have something to look forward to. Okay. Secondly, we had people in court. Okay, now this is here in Detroit, Michigan. Okay. Y'all do know, and I need people to know, that even when you go to court on Zoom, virtual court, it's still court. You have to still be dressed for court, be on time for court. You can't have other people with you at court. You can't do any of that. This heifer was making a peanut butter girl, and she was late. Okay, was supposed to be there at 9 a.m. Came around at 1 p.m.
Because I have a paper right here that shows my court started at 1 o'clock. But then when I called, right here,
I don't see 1 o'clock. Looks like I saw 9 a.m.
I had 1 o'clock on one of those papers.
You just showed me a paper, Miss Outerbridge. That
yes,
said
I did. Right. So when I called,
no, we can't.
Girl, is you making a peanut butter sandwich? You can't make no peanut butter. You can't make a sandwich in court. And you in your room
at the same time.
Well, I apologize for being late. You, excuse me.
Stop.
You asked me a question. I'm just trying to answer it.
I know. Whatever you're trying to prepare down.
I'm trying to feed my daughter.
Get your clothes. You gotta put your properly dressed on.
I am properly dressed. I have on a t-shirt. I am properly dressed.
Is that a robe?
It's the problem, sir. I'm not even doing that. You asked me a question. I'm answering. My daughter is sick. I had to keep her home from school. I'm just trying to feed her.
Ma'am, I don't even care. Sorry, your child is sick, but ma'am, you were supposed to be in court at 9 a.m. It is 1 p.m. You late. You making sandwiches. You got a robe on. You talking over me. You're lying or whatever. Now she was in court for having open alcohol in a car. She looked like she had open alcohol with her right there.
That is it.
Understandable, but you're in court.
Ms. Outerbridge, I'm sorry that your daughter is sick, but again, you're in court, okay? And we're going to treat it as such. I asked you.
Okay, I'm properly dressed.
No, don't talk.
I have on clothes. I have on clothes. I have on clothes.
Fine, Ms. Outerbridge.
Those not court clothes. Those are club. Those are around the house clothes. The shirt don't match the pants. The shirt is wrinkled. No. Now they removed her from court, and she gonna probably get in trouble. But as needy people to get, it's still court.
I have on clothes.
So late.
I would look if I can go to court from the house. I'm gonna be on time. I'm at home. I ain't gotta go nowhere. Okay. And I think the fact that more courts are allowing, to report from home virtual is great because I don't have to drive down there, pay for parking, find courtroom 13A on the 15th floor because the floors don't match up. I can just pop on my computer and be fine. I can then also take a full day off work, okay, and stay home after the fact. Now, man, when
I'm trying to feed my daughter.
Why the daughter on camera? Get your daughter off the camera. And if she's sick, how's she want a peanut butter sandwich? She want no soup, no scrambled egg, no orange juice.
Get your clothes. You gotta put your properly dressed on.
I am properly dressed. I have on a t-shirt. I am properly dressed.
Is that a robe?
It's the problem, sir. I'm not even doing that. You asked me a question. I'm answering. My daughter is sick. I had to keep her home from school. I'm just trying to feed her.
And court don't last but maybe 10, 15 minutes. If your child couldn't wait the good 15 minutes for a sandwich, shame on you. Okay, baby, I'm in court right now. Go sit down. I will bring you your sandwich in 15 minutes. Okay, go sit down. She been home all day. Okay, she been home all day. She can wait for a few minutes. Court don't be that long. Even when we have probate court, you do be waiting in the queue or whatever. However, girl, go have her sit down some damn well. Okay, my daughter's sick. She been sick all day. It's 1 p.m. Have her take a nap. Okay. Anyway, y'all stop showing up to court in your pajamas. Okay. Also, stupidity again. Okay, a teenager, 19 years old, charged because she did what? Fleeing from the police. I be watching. I just binge watched. What was it called? The Rookie. Okay, I just binge watched. I binged all 7 seasons in like a month. Okay, I was like, I like this show, and when I was watching it, I was like, why every time the police like run up in the house, the police catch people, they be running from the police, they be shooting at the police. I'm not running from the police. If they want to pull me over, I'm gonna pull over. Okay, I'm gonna pull over. So 19-year-old girl was doing 80 or 90 degrees, 80 or 90 miles per hour out here evading police. Child, she evaded 4 separate attempts to stop her.
Going
She going to jail.
to the drag racing activity,
The
Now they be drag racing a lot here now. I don't know why. I don't even understand why y'all be drag. It's go park the car and sit down.
Okay, first she's recklessly driving off from officers. She drove in an erratic way to evade the officers. There were 4 separate traffic stop attempts. Her car had no plate on it. She was driving the wrong way down a one-way street, nearly struck a scout car. And when she was ordered to put her hands in the air, she put the car in reverse and nearly struck the scout car.
You can't run from the police if you don't know how to drive. Okay, I told y'all at one time before I had to run, not from the police, but we had to get away from a crazy man. I had to ride 100 miles an hour backwards down an alleyway, girl. Okay, you can't run from anybody if you do not know how to drive. But you should never try to run from the police. That's stupid. That's dumb. You're going down the wrong way. You almost hit people. You have no. Do you have a license? Why does the car have no plate on it? Girl, stupidity. Now she pled not guilty. Okay, but I'm pretty sure she's guilty. Okay, she guilty. She jail.
Mrs. Coyle, you said 4 attempts during the same sequence of events?
Yes. They tried
wow.
They tried at about 11:30 p.m. and goes into the next morning. But there are 4 separate attempts.
Did you say, oh, wow? I mean, I think that it's just to the contrary.
I said, oh, wow. Yeah,
I think to the
wow.
contrary, it's not that she's, not afraid of police. I think if what is true in the report, if that is true, then she's probably scared.
Going to the drag.
You can't say she was scared. She was too scared to pull over. No, if you driving legally, okay, minding your business. At least here in Detroit, we don't have like I think if we have the cops here, they not trying to beat you up and murder you. Now you may get a ticket, okay, but if they flash you, just pull over. She probably was drunk, had some stuff on the system, but you're driving recklessly, could have killed leave her in jail. Okay, leave her in jail, give her 90 days in jail, okay, suspend her license for the next 3 years, and send her to driver's training. Because if she's 19, she ain't been driving that long. Okay, so again, stupidity happening all around the world, Craig. Okay, now some are celebrity stupidness. Now remember that Sean Kingston and his mama both were found guilty for that fraud shit. The mama wanted to be sentenced the same day as her son, and I'm like, man, I don't think you can make those kind of demands. You know what I'm saying? Janice Turner was like, oh, I hope we can just, be sentenced together. They said, no, ma'am. No. You will see your son when he get out or when you get out, okay? They denied her request to be sentenced on August 13th, the same day as her son. Ma'am, it's prison. Okay? I feel like she probably wants to, see him again before she go in. Okay. I have lived. I really have. I laugh sometimes at what I've survived. Okay, I just be like, girl, if y'all only knew. Okay, but yeah, I think she probably just wants to be around him because again, they're both going to prison. Okay, she's 61. She's going to prison. The judge said, no, man, we will not send y'all the same day in the same court. No, because y'all may kind of break out. And we don't want anybody breaking out. Scrappy has a new girlfriend. I never understand women who date Scrappy. Because I think Scrappy has showed he is a chaotic, revengeful, spiteful ex. Because every person he's been with, once they break up, he's a horrible person to them. They be Now, some girl named Brittany Sims is all booed up, matching shirts and shit, stupidity and stuff, hugged up with him. Girl, you the next victim. You the next victim, because again, it's always in the beginning with Scrap. It's fun, it's loving. I'm great with him. He great with me. I'm not like his ex. He ain't gonna do me how he did them. Erica, Shay, Bambi, Diamond, every single woman he's ever been in a relationship with had that same notion that they not like the other one. I'm not like Erica. I'm not like Bambi. And be lo and behold, the child sister wives. Okay, so he says, as long as I know God in it, I'm with it. Don't put God in this. God, you can't put God in it and have a middle finger up. Okay, that's just, is that sacrilegious? I think it is. But they wound it together, child, for the show, for attention. I don't know. I would. It just don't make no. He's shown you he is not a trustworthy individual. He just isn't. He was just beefing with Bambi a couple weeks ago. So we shall see. The food look good though. Yo, I ordered some food today. I ordered a corned beef sandwich from Lou's Deli for lunch. They have it delivered. Motherfucker stole my sandwich. Okay, did not deliver. I was so mad. Okay. Anyway, but the food look good. But yeah, Scrap, no. Mm-mm. So let's hope that this doesn't end up how every other relationship he's done ends, with turmoil, foolishness, and craziness. Okay, and let's hope that she does not turn into Bambi, to Erica, to Diamond, or Erica, Diamond, Bambi, Shay, the other baby mama. Desperation, child. I got time for the bullshit. Wendy Williams' husband. I don't know why Kevin won't go away. Now, per the Jasmine brand, okay, they said Kevin gonna do a tell-all interview with Gayle King. I don't care what he has to say. I feel like he's a liar. Okay. Per the Jasmine brand, it says exclusive report, exclusive. He's prepping for a sit-down interview with Gayle King. It says they don't know the details. Okay, if he's gonna address Wendy's ongoing conservatorship battle, whatever, his own legal shit. Okay, he is still fussing and fighting with the Wendy Williams show. That show been off the air for years now. At this point, let it go. Get a job. Okay, but he's still battling with the Wendy Williams show, trying to get more money or whatever, so they still owe me things. Gayle, just say no. Okay, we don't need this interview because there's nothing that he can currently say that we care about at all. I don't even think he's close enough to Wendy for us to care about his opinion. But I mean, I guess enough. If she does interview him, I'ma listen and talk about it. But we don't need it. Not today, not ever. Okay. I'm like, why? For what? Poor K. Drew was on, because y'all know that, well, the reunion film today. So they're all in New York. So Drew went by the Breakfast Club. And she brought up, they was asking her, well, what happened with you and Ralph? What made you leave? What made you finally say, no, I want a divorce? Like, what broke the back of the marriage? She said a few things. Now, the one thing I feel like when you interview somebody from a TV show, if you have not watched the show, it's going to be a boring interview because you're asking all other things that played out on the show. Like, you should know what happened on the show and then have questions about what happened. So that aggravated me. But Drew said he was an asshole for one. However, the last straw was some lady called me and said, I'm pregnant by him. Okay. Now, I don't think a baby came out of that. But again, even the notion that someone could be pregnant, someone has my contact information to call me and say I might be pregnant by your husband would make me want a divorce. Absolutely. Okay. She also brought up about how he was disrespectful to her oldest son, Josiah. You know, that whole stepdad, adoption, not adoption, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, anybody asking Drew why she chose to divorce Ralph, you're a bad interviewer because we've seen why. He's crazy. Period. You know, for season after season after season, we've seen Ralph get worse and worse and worse. And I do think we've seen Drew get smarter to distance herself and separate herself from that man. So that's great. Okay, but I said, Ralph, who you knocked up? You haven't said, because she said before when she was talking to somebody else how she caught him, you know, with ladies, or at least a lady in the basement. Okay, some lady from the kid's school who he had over there, who they say, oh, we was in the basement working out. No. Okay, so Ralph, child, it's a no. It should be a no. I wonder who the lady is. Okay. And what I love is, I can't play it because, you know, let me see if I can play it. Girl, let's hope I don't get flagged. Let's pray they don't flag me.
That was the last straw. That was it for you?
I mean, it was that, and it was just the continuous behavior of like dealing with other women, and then coming on the show, and then there was women saying, oh, they were pregnant. There was a particular woman who reached out and said she was pregnant with his baby.
Yeah, I gotta go at that point. I have to leave. She also brought up how when they were living in Chicago before they moved to Atlanta, how they had issues then. You know, little stuff of hearing rumors about him cheating or whatever, but how she kept trying to fix her marriage. I want to fix my marriage. I hope we can work it out. You know, my parents were together for a long time. And so it's like, I wanted to hopefully make my marriage work, but I see it ain't going to work. Okay? It's done. You know, and it was like a 30, maybe 39, 30. It was less than 40 minutes interview that she did. And to me, she was very open about the issues with him and their marriage, how, you know, it just got worse and worse and worse. So, yeah. Drew, I'm happy she's leaving that man. Okay, let him be where he is. Okay, let him live his best life with other women who can pay for his house or whatever. I want her to fully move on. And I like that she's not ignoring what we know was happening with their marriage or whatever. She's like, well, yeah, he was being mean. He was being this. He was being that. And I kept trying to fix it. But guess what? He can't be fixed. And not this and neither can his marriage. So they're done. I'm happy. I am. Love and Marriage Huntsville has been. Let me see. Love and Marriage Huntsville. What was the last episode? Google. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm trying. What was the last? I don't even know when the last episode aired. It's been a minute though. It's been a minute. You know, we know Mel quit. Excuse me. We know Mel quit. And so they've been filming a new season or whatever. And there have been rumors that the show was canceled. Now, I do feel like this is the longest we've ever had of them not having the show on. I do feel like typically the show comes back on like every month or two. It's here. But this time, for some reason, I think it's because Mel quit, all of the B of the S, they had... I want to look it up because I want to love. I'm on my podcast, Love and Marriage. Because I wonder, because it's just never been off this long. How are you coming up? Love and Marriage Huntsville. The last episode. Damn, the last episode was in March. We're in June. Usually by now we would have had a new season. To me, I think they would have. But again, Tisha, I guess, heard the rumors about the show being canceled because again, we have not seen the filming. There haven't been any social media stuff. We haven't heard anything from the cast. Well, Tisha was like, girl, what happened?
What is going on? Who said the show was canceled? Who said that? That facial expression, I look like my cousin, so I had to switch it. I look like my cousin just did. Anyways, y'all, don't believe everything you hear all the time, especially about Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Now, I don't believe they canceled the show. I do believe it's probably on hiatus. I do believe they're trying to find people to film. They're probably trying to film better scenes, and that could be why it's taking so long.
The show is not canceled. I don't know why they're putting it out there. If it is canceled, I haven't received the notice yet, and we're working. So, no, it's not. Social media, somebody had to put it on social media. But no, y'all, it's not canceled. Actually, I think we had a good time this season filming.
I think whatever they filmed wasn't as entertaining as they thought it would be. I think Carlos is having to find more people to film, find more scenes to film, because we've never had them film and stuff and no one says nothing. There's no leakage of information. There's no even hint of things, nothing. I think that could be because Mel was the draw. Mel was the one who was more on social media. So people may figure, do we want the show back? I don't really care what they tell no more. But teachers said it ain't canceled, but we will see when the show comes back. I hope next year. We don't need it right now. Now that was all of my like random topics. I want to get into no, I got one or two more. I think I do. Megan, Thee Stallion. Now y'all know Megan was in court, okay, with the blogger Milagro-Grams, okay. That was the blogger who Megan's accusing of being paid by Tory for a smear campaign. They were back and forth in court. Okay, well now they said, the judge said, girl, gag order, okay? Because if I'm going through a lawsuit with somebody, I would shut up about stuff because I don't want no more bullshit, okay? Now, since the federal judge has issued a gag order against the blogger Milagro-Grams, her real name is Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, and the ongoing defamation lawsuit that Meg has against her. During the June 4th hearing, the judge barred Milagro from making public statements about Megan related to the Tory Lanez case. Because, now it's the whole, Tory's innocent. We have, it's like, no, ma'am. It's like, shut the fuck up. Okay? The judge said, girl, shut up. Even though Tory is putting out all these stories, I got stabbed, Meg did it, there's evidence that I'm innocent, blah, blah, blah. But the judge like, you can't comment on any new information, nothing. If I'm being sued by Megan Thee Stallion, I'm not commenting on shit anyway. Okay? Because the stuff you comment about going on right now could affect your case, period. Okay? It says there's an accusation that you defamed her. Shut up. Okay, you can't be saying nothing. Men keep winning. I just feel the need to say that. Everyone tries to. Hi, everyone have a drink for me. Everyone tries to comfort her, and she just seemingly like this doesn't even get caught up in it. Like sometimes it's a lot of negative things, but I'm happy she keeps coming out on side. Separate from that, I don't even care about the other people. I don't. I want to get into housewives and the other people. So y'all take a good 30 seconds, okay? And I told her we're not going to be here for long. So take 30 good old seconds and like the video because I asked y'all to. And we're back. Okay. Let's get to Halle Berry. Okay, not Halle Bailey, Halle Berry. Now, Halle Berry has been dating her man, Mr. Van Hunt. They've been dating for around 5 years. They started dating in 2020. And while being on an interview with Today, Van mentioned, I proposed to her. And she ain't say yes, okay? I said, what happened now? Now, y'all know Halle has been married, I think, 3 times before. He was married 1 time before as well. And so while he said, like, I proposed, and she just never, like, accepted the proposal. So we just sitting around waiting, okay, to see what's going to happen. What I like is the fact that Halle said, look, I have been married 3 times, okay? I have already done it. and if you recall, because I was listening to the Breakfast Club this morning, and because I like Lorna Rosa, I do. And when they discussed it, the fact that I think both Lorna Rosa and Jess was like, I didn't know she had kids. I'm like, how do y'all? Halle had a whole ordeal with both of her kids' daddies. With Nala Daddy was that model who she has to pay money to this day. Okay, and then her second baby daddy beat up the first baby daddy, and like it was crazy. So there was so much around. I think she had like custody issues. I'm like, how do y'all not? That shit was crazy back then. So her point is, I have been married 3 times already. It was them was not my favorites. Okay, and when she said, I think we will get married, just because out of the people I've been married to, this is the person I should have been married to. Okay. But it won't be because we think we should do it. It's because we want to be married. You know what I'm saying? She's Van has been married once, and I've been married 3 times. And so we don't feel like we have to get married just about I love. Some people get married to be like, you know what? See, he loved me because he married me. They do it to make it seem like, well, without the certificate of marriage, our bond isn't real. And I'm a firm believer in marriage does not equate to real love or forever love. Because people get married and get divorced. People be married and be like they be unhappy and stuff. So I'm like, whatever. So I like her saying we're going to do it, but I didn't want to do it just to say, he's my husband. Like, we're good or whatever. He's for me. I'm for him. It's been 5 years at this point in time. So I don't want to do that no more. Right. Once you have to pay alimony to your broke ex-husband, and I think he also went like child. It was crazy. The stuff she went through with at least Nala Daddy was crazy. I think the thing that she went through with her son Daddy, and I think this, let me go. Who is Halle Berry baby daddy? Okay, because it's 2 people. Okay, so Nala Daddy is that model, Gabrielle Aubrey, and then she also has Oliver Martinez, who was an actor. Okay, so both of those marriages had crazy shit going on. So I think she's smart to say, you know what? Nah, if we good, we happy. He loved me, I love him. And sometimes men propose because they think that's what the woman wants. So it's not even that they want to get married. So I think the fact that he proposed and she didn't say no, she just did not say yes, and that he still stayed is proof that it ain't about the marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. So kudos to Halle Berry for that. Okay. Now, Nene. Nene was on her YouTube show, and she was discussing her, wanting to fix her issue with Porsha. I said, girl, you ain't tricking me. Nene wants to be back on Housewives. I feel like because she said before, me and Bravo and NBC, we're good right now or whatever. And now I'm ready to fix my shit with Porsha. But she may know Porsha still can't discuss Simon. So maybe Bravo will bring me on to talk with Porsha.
It's just,
maybe I could have checked on her. I honestly didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. And
because Porsha was upset, saying that when she and Simon were going through their issues, that Nene did not check up on her, that she saw photographs of Nene with Simon and other women. So she was upset with Nene for not really supporting her in her divorce to Simon.
At the same time, you just don't understand what other people are going through. I have been dealing with a lot over the past 4.5 years, probably a little bit longer than that. But I just continue to move forward and push forward. So sometimes I say to my friends, give them a little grace. Yes. Like, you don't know what the person is going through and what they're dealing with. So they forgot to call you or check in on you this time.
Right.
But if it was something that was consistently happening, then I see you saying, this is not a good friend of mine. It's just,
you don't have to call me and check on me, but I would not want you to be out hanging out with my estranged husband and other women.
But somebody that maybe missed it once or twice, to get them a little grace. Who knows what they were going through that day?
Yeah.
You know,
have that
so
intention.
I don't have a problem with reconciling with Porsha, but I'm gonna tell about herself first, honey. So when do you want to have drinks so we can fix this Porsha? Oh, welcome to the Nene Leak Show, girl. Come on over.
Absolutely.
I love to have you, girl. And you know my number, so call me anytime.
Nene wants back on Bravo. I just think she does. We shall see how that go. If Porsha came on Nene's show on YouTube, I still don't feel like Porsha would have any honest, relatable conversation. I don't feel like Porsha and Nene would ever. To me, I feel the conversation would be about Bravo, Housewives. Oh shit, it really would not be about anything real, in my opinion. So I don't really care. But Nene said, girl, I'll talk to Porsha, and if she do, it may be them that, oh, well, now Bravo could have me and Porsha back for season 17. Girl, I don't care. I don't want it to happen. Now, the Housewives stuff. Or should I do, no, I'll do these last. So, the seating chart for the Housewives of Atlanta came out today. Now, I knew they were filming because they kept talking about it was going to happen. And I think when I had said, I thought it would be like Drew first chair, and then Angela next to Drew, then Kelly, and then Cynthia. And on the other side, it would have been Porsha, Shamia, Brit, and Phaedra. So when the season chart came out today, this is the crazy part. When I first saw it, I didn't even realize that Brit wasn't there. I was like, where's Kenya? And I thought, why is Drew sitting on the end? You know, I knew they would give I knew they would give Porsha first chair. I said it's gonna either be Porsha or Shamia first chair, but I said Drew should absolutely get first chair on the other side. I can't believe they put Drew on the end. I can't believe they put Kelly ahead of Drew. That is insane to me. You know what I'm saying? Even Porsha and Shamia, to me, this season is a wash, honestly. And the fact that they put Phaedra second chair is crazy to me. The fact that Cynthia is higher than Drew is crazy to me, when most of their interactions were with Drew. Drew and Ralph, Drew versus Shamia, Drew versus Porsha. I feel like putting Drew on the end is like, so y'all just fucked up the whole season. You know, from start to finish, from y'all getting Kenya off the show, leaving Brit around there. I could not believe they put Drew so far down. I could not believe it. Honestly, I could not. Now, I know currently that Shamia and Porsha are not on good terms, but their bullshit was not in the forefront this season. They weren't. They just were not. But again, I don't know who's producing the season. Shit show. Okay. To me, at least switch Drew and Kelly. And also, matter of fact, no, put Kelly next to Porsha. And they probably, and you know, the reason they probably could not do all of that was because so many people are at odds with Porsha. So they couldn't put Shamia next to Porsha because they beefing. You can't put Drew next to Porsha because they beefing. You could not put anyone next to Porsha because they're beefing. But to me, Fader filmed for 2 weeks. Why is she second chair? Cynthia is a friend of. And I'm thinking maybe because Brit did not show up, this was what they had to do. You know, maybe had Brit showed up, it would have been different. I don't know. But I don't agree with at all with Drew being last, or with Drew being last, with Fader being next to Porsha, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, after the chart came out, I don't think anyone noticed. They were like, wait a minute, Brit not on there. What happened, girl? So we've then found out that Brit skipped the reunion. I said, now first I said, yay, because you know, if you are a first-time housewife, if it's your first season and you do not show up to the reunion, you will probably not be asked back for the season unless you sick and could not make, unless you was in jail, unless there was something that physically kept you from showing up. You want to show up for that first reunion, okay? So to me, it was a blessing that she did not. She chose to skip it. Now she put this fake ass story on her stories. Brit said, as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I could not say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing: the graphic sexual photos surrounding the events in episode 5, meaning what Kenya was sent away for. She said that photo was not me. I said, bitch, what? What you mean? Okay. As the episode made clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. I said, bitch, what? First of all, okay, if someone tell me, oh girl, put up a picture, you sucking some dick, let me see it. Who dick did I suck? I would have asked to see what was put up so I know what's out there. And to me, Brit absolutely made it seem like she knew for a fact it was a picture of her from her past. Child said, oh, I used to do cam work or whatever. She made all these statements, you know, leading up to right now about how the picture being shown affected her, how her life was as an agent, as an insurance agent was all this shit. Oh, how the trauma and the drama brought her closer with her sister. She made all these statements as if, yes, Kenya did this to me. I am humiliated and I am upset. You did all of that to now say on the day of the reunion that it wasn't even you in the picture. So does that mean Bravo never said nothing? Because why would they send for them to put Kim on hiatus when what she showed wasn't even Brit? That is crazy to me. I feel like Brit, this is my opinion. I feel like Brit always knew the picture that Kenya showed wasn't her. I think she also knew Bravo would not show the picture. I think she felt like I can play this season up as a victim. I want to make fetch happen, and Kenya's gonna be gone, so no one will know it really wasn't me. I think she found out, hey, they're going to say the picture that she showed wasn't you, and she chose to not show up to the reunion to be held accountable for lying the whole season. Now, the fact that Kenya thought it was Brit for whatever reason is on Kenya. But I feel like production ain't shit for not vetting Brit, for not vetting who was in the picture. Because why let a cast member go who did not show nothing about her? We don't know who it was. It could have been a porn star. Okay, so Brit, girl, but she then said, I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. How? The reunion is where you show up to do that. I don't know if she thinks that next season she can. No, girl, you're done. You not showing up, you're done. And they're saying that no one knew she was not coming until today. Like, this was a surprise to production that she chose to not show up to the reunion. Brit is a liar. I think Brit lied all season. I think Brit got caught up in all her schemes. I think even with her in lawsuit with the people at the country club, I think she did not want to be held accountable for any lie she was wrapped up in this season. And so she chose to duck and hide. Because you can't put in your little statement on your IG, hey, I look forward to seeking accountability. How? That's the reunion. So we don't like her. Okay. Kenya also put out a statement. Now, Kenya put out her thing before Brit did. So I don't know if Kenya, well, I'm sure by now she knows what Brit said, but I do wonder if she knew like then. You know what I'm saying? I do wonder if she wondered. I just wonder at what point did Kenya maybe find out that what she did wasn't even done to Brit? Did she feel like production used that thing to just get her out? I don't know. But Kenya's statement before Brit put out hers was, I'm disappointed to not be a part of the Housewives of Atlanta season 16 reunion taping today. Please know I take full accountability for my actions and deeply apologize to all those affected, including Brittany, the cast, crew, guests, and viewers. I look forward to seeing you all back on Bravo soon. I hope that means that she'll be back next season. I hope that means that she'll be on something Bravo related. I feel like Bravo worked very hard to get a good cast for this season. The mistake was Brit Edie. I'm not taking away from what Kenya did at all, but I feel like Brit Edie ruined this season. Period. And I think if they just leave her alone, like she's a one and done. Brit should be a one and done person. Let her live her days out somewhere else. Let it be or whatever. Let Kenya come back next season and address it then. Because now that Brit has said it wasn't even me, I think Kenya should even address, well, Kenya, who was it? Okay, who was it? Yeah, I also heard that Brit allegedly said something about Shamia's daughter that will air later on, because there's only a couple of episodes left. So whatever Brit said about Shamia's daughter, because Shamia's younger daughter has some kind of, ailment. So I'm guessing whatever she said, she did not want to own up to. But I don't care to hear from Brit. I don't. I do want Kenya back next season. But we will see what happens. But I still feel like Bravo fumbled the ball hard. Brit also took out the Housewives of Atlanta tag information from her bio, which she had in there before. So after announcing today that she would not be on the reunion or whatever, it's almost as if she wants us, girl, we don't care. Bye. Be gone. Stay gone. Okay? I just think she was a failed test. I think she ruined things. And again, this is not to ignore what Kenya did, because what Kenya did was still wrong, period. But I still feel like Brit ruined this season. She did. And I think that's why she did not show up for the reunion. I think she did not want to be cussed and fussed out. I think she did not want Andy to ask her the real questions. I think she was like, you know what? Let me just cut and run and then be gone. And then no one can, question why I'm broke, where the money went, or nothing. So we shall see. What's next? I kind of like 2 more stories. I did Megan. I did Halle Berry. I did Nene. Let's do the Diddy trial. I have not really been. I didn't really read any of the tweets of the thing today, because I'm not. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, it's 10 to 1 time, and most of the time, if it's something great, the blogs pick it up, and I can then go and fully read things or whatever. Child, the judge told Diddy to stop bullshit. Okay, now in trials, the accused person is not supposed to interact with the jury or whatever. Just want to sit there, eat your food, and shut up. Well, Diddy around there being a menace. Okay, judge said, "Sir, stop playing with me." Okay, the judge gave a strong warning that Diddy can be thrown out of the courts for the rest of the trial. Okay, he said Diddy is out here trying to interact with the jury. I keep seeing you, nodding vigorously to the jury while the one witness was on the stand. That's called jury tampering. It's called trying to entice or influence the jury. He out here being a menace. Okay, he's out here trying to tamper with the evidence, and that can also mean when someone's testifying and you are motioning for them, like, yeah, you're trying to get their attention. And the fact that he was looking directly at the jury, at the jurors, trying to interact with them without saying anything, and the judge noticed it. I think they said at one point, maybe the prosecution did too, as just we will put your ass up out the court. Okay, the judge said that he had already warned defense that Combs could not be making facial expressions to influence the jury. It is absolutely unacceptable. This trial is insane. I still think Diddy did it. But I think, but to me, this is also an example of people saying Diddy feels like he's above the law, because how you in court interacting with the jury in front of the judge? Stupid, dumb. Okay, so put him out the court, let him be gone, get him up out of there. Also, the one Cassie friend was on the stand as well. The defense feel like Brianna is lying. The defense feels that way. They feel like she's making up things. They feel like she never, because she had said at one point the old lawyer had put out allegations against Diddy that were not true. But they still feel like, well, the old lawyer put up these essay allegations, and you've been repeating that since then. Don't you know it ain't true? Okay, they did not do this and do that to you, whatever. You gave us a picture, and you said that the picture was taken on this day, on a Tuesday at 5 p.m. in California. But turns out Diddy was in New York that day or whatever. So, but again, all of this stuff is from 10 years ago. So I can easily think, well, yeah, I took the picture that day. It was really 2 days later. Because I'm trying to remember stuff from 15 fucking years ago. And I can barely remember what I had last week. Okay, but the defense who was cross-examining her is like, you're lying. You're lying. You know, your story. I don't know if she lied or not. Okay, I don't know. But the defense was like, with her story, the put me over the balcony situation, they think it did not happen. She kept on saying it did. Period. Okay, it happened. Leave me alone, bitch. Also, there was a new uh witness. Okay, Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Okay, now people have now for Mia, we don't know who Mia is. Mia is still a secret. I think they said maybe like academics said who she was. I have not heard who they think Mia is at all. With Mia, they weren't even allowed to give any kind of characteristic. You couldn't know anything about her at all. Okay. With Jane Doe, she gave some key points about stuff. You know, we dated, from 2021 to 2024. He dated my friends. Okay. Him and my baby Diddy don't get along. People, I think this is different because she gave all the clue that she's 50 Cent baby mama. I feel like they did not really try to hide who she was, even though she's under a Jane Doe. Okay. Again, I grew up in California. I met him in 2020 on a girls trip. He was dating my friend at the time. Okay, be like me. Okay. We got a hotel room in Miami in 2021. And then the first date lasted 5 days. It's insane. But that's his thing. Okay. She said Diddy and the father of my child don't get along. That's 50 Cent. Okay. I'm just saying. She said they took a trip in 2021. They spent 9 days in Turks and Caicos. They spent 6 in the Bahamas. He gave her 10 grand. He urged her to take ecstasy. Stop letting these men convince y'all to do drugs. That was 2 days ago. Okay. After taking the drug, after taking it, she became more sexual, and she says the two would say they love one another. At one point, I think she brought up how he had her having sex with men. Oh, he did also arrange for her to have sex with other men, because that's what he do. Okay, that's what he do. So again, this is someone else who she said, I'm under a spell, drugs, sex, rock and roll, 5 days, sex plus all these things. Child, at this point, I'm tired of the Diddy thing. Okay, I'm tired of it. But again, we will see, when that man go to prison or not. Lastly, the DDG of it all and Halle. So yesterday we discussed, one, DDG team keep on saying that the PPO that he wanted was granted. I don't believe that, because all the other sources on this case have said we know for a fact that the judge denied the custody, that he denied, blocking Halle from going to work for 2 months with the baby. But she's able to leave with Halo to go over. I think it's overseas. I think she's going to London to film a movie or film something, and the baby will be with her. So we know for a fact the emergency custody thing was denied. Okay, that's clear. Because I just feel like, where is it? Here. Every other news network is like, no, the judge denied his request for restraining order and denied him trying to block her from leaving with Halo. So that kept being said everywhere. It's only his team, and I don't trust his team, who is saying that it's not true. The attorney put a statement out Okay, saying that DDG was granted a temporary restraining order, but I'm like, I almost don't believe it because she's leaving the country for 2 months to go to work. So why would he? You don't even need one. And when she comes back, they're going to court. But his people said, well, no, they granted that because of the allegations or whatever. The issue of this order refers to court's finding that there is sufficient evidence to provide immediate legal protection, meaning, yeah, she has to stay away from you. I don't believe that. Okay, but they have court coming up next month. DDG is an asshole. Even when she brought up how he's using her mental health against her, she addressed the claim of her, I don't think she's ever denied she had some mental issues. Again, she's talked about postpartum when she got after she had Halo, so back in 2024. But him saying, oh, she's crazy, blah, 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 blah. She wants to self-harm. She could be arrested for a child. Okay, since per Billboard, he told the judge that the rapper is exaggerating about her since treated mental health struggles, and she's 100% available and capable of parenting her son. Meaning, he's bringing up stuff that happened years ago that I've since gotten help for. So none of that is current right now. She also said he's exaggerating, he's lying, he's misconstruing for the courts. Not only the history of their relationship, but also the parenting and her mental health status. She's been very vocal about her anxiety, depression, and previous thoughts of suicide. So she's not denying that in the past she did have depression, she did have anxiety. She talked about. I don't think she ever talked about suicidal, but again, she's like, I've talked about that shit. Okay, she said without waiving her patient privilege with her doctor, she did reach out to her doctor and got treatment to address these issues. She's been and remain 100% available and capable of being a parent, meaning fuck you. Okay, had Daryl really been concerned about my parenting, he would have taken custody before. Meaning you can't come to me about shit from 3 years ago and then say, oh, well, now I'm scared. I don't like him. Okay, we ride at dawn. Anytime he's anywhere, boo, throw tomatoes, we don't like him. I'm happy that, the judge did not give in to his bullshit. She also brought up the fight he just had in her response to him asking for to block her. That on Saturday, DDG and his brother were recorded on TikTok involved in a fist fight. Okay, that man is crazy. Okay, I will bring the court to. It's dangerous, and I think that's credible because your environment is crazy. You even being around that kind of melee is insane. That ain't me. And I'm getting help for my issues. I have help for me and my son. Okay, I'm standing around here, and so I just want all of his dreams to fall in the matrix. I do, because he did this just out of spite, and that's it. Nothing more than some fucking spite. Okay, so yeah, sit down somewhere. Now she is gone overseas. Well, she leaving Saturday. She's gone overseas to work, and she has the baby, and she deserves it, and he ain't shit. Anyway, y'all, guess what? That's all. I shot an hour and 20 minutes. I am happy. I can go chill out. Okay, now look, y'all be sure to like the video, okay, to subscribe and stuff, and all of the goodness and whatnot. Y'all have a good old rest of y'all day. It's almost Friday. Yeah, I knew it too. Also, I want to say this. I forgot for the DDG stuff. I also feel like when she went and filed her paperwork, I think that's when he tried to find some kind of evidence against her. I think that's why he only had this old shit. And I think she probably been collecting information the whole time. Okay, so we will see what happens once she's back. Because once she's back, they do have to go to court. So I just feel like she's gonna pull everything he's ever done, and he will only probably be able to pull up old stuff. And if she has doctor's notes showing that since 2023, 2024, she's been actively, getting help, they won't believe his antics at all. Okay. Anyway, y'all. I am about to go to. I'm watching The Bear right now. I'm gonna go finish watching more episodes of The Bear, and if other stuff happens tomorrow, I'll pop on live tomorrow. I might take off. I don't know. It just depends. I told y'all I will be more consistent, as I usually do. So that because I have to get back in the algorithm for YouTube, and because I have been so non-consistent for like 3 or 4 months, it just throws everything got whack. So I'm trying to get back into the grades of YouTube or whatever. So I appreciate y'all for being around for me. And other than that, I gotta go. I love you all. Bye.